Welcome back to Bare Metal Cyber. Thanks for joining. Today we're diving into a topic that lies at the intersection of innovation and risk: advanced exploits in the cryptocurrency world. As blockchain technology reshapes how we think about finance and decentralization, attackers are finding increasingly sophisticated ways to exploit its vulnerabilities. In this episode, we'll explore how bad actors target blockchain networks, smart contracts, and crypto wallets with cutting-edge tools and techniques. From phishing and DNS hijacking to malicious mining software and automated smart contract exploit kits, we'll break down the mechanics behind these threats and how the cybersecurity community is responding to protect the decentralized future. This episode is part of a multimedia feature, so don't forget to check out the full article at newsletter.baremetalcyber.com for a deeper dive into these critical security topics. Whether you're a developer, a security professional, or someone intrigued by the world of cryptocurrency, this discussion is packed with valuable insights to help you stay informed and prepared. Be sure to explore my library of books, including Hacked, my latest release. It explores 15 of the most popular cyber movies, offering unique insights and uncovering lesser-known details about these films. Cryptocurrency security: advanced exploits of blockchain, smart contracts, and crypto wallets. Cryptocurrency security is as fascinating as it is complex, combining cutting-edge technology with significant risks. As blockchain technology transforms the way we think about finance, decentralization, and data integrity, it also presents a unique challenge: ensuring these systems remain secure from attackers. From blockchain vulnerabilities to flaws in smart contracts and crypto wallets, the threats are diverse and constantly evolving. To navigate this landscape, it is essential to understand how these systems operate and where they're most vulnerable. Cryptocurrency exploits are not just about technical glitches. They often involve sophisticated strategies to manipulate systems or deceive users. Attackers exploit weaknesses in blockchain consensus mechanisms, smart contract coding, and wallet security to steal funds or disrupt operations. These risks aren't limited to novice users. Even seasoned professionals and organizations face threats that require constant vigilance. By breaking down the complexities of these exploits, we can better prepare ourselves to defend against them while appreciating the intricate nature of cryptocurrency systems. Common blockchain exploits. One of the most concerning exploits in blockchain technology is the 51% attack, which occurs when a malicious entity or a colluding group of miners gains control over more than half the network's mining power. This attack enables the perpetrators to manipulate blockchain transactions by rewriting blocks, which opens the door to double spending. Mining pool collusion tactics are at the heart of these exploits, where coordinated efforts by mining pools consolidate power to overwhelm the network. Long-range attack variations, which involve tampering with earlier blocks in the chain, pose additional risks, especially in blockchains with lower hash rates. Defensive measures, such as decentralized mining and robust consensus algorithms, attempt to prevent these attacks but are not always effective, particularly in small blockchain networks. Double spend manipulations represent another critical weakness in blockchain systems, exploiting vulnerabilities that allow the same cryptocurrency to be spent more than once. Attackers leverage transaction broadcasting strategies, flooding the network with conflicting transactions to confuse validators. Unconfirmed transaction vulnerabilities amplify this problem, as these transactions are not yet written to the blockchain and can be manipulated before finalization. Sophisticated chain reorganization methods also come into play, where an attacker rewrites parts of the blockchain to reverse transactions and steal funds. Preventative consensus rules, such as increasing the number of confirmations required for a transaction, act as barriers, but are often only as effective as the network's overall resilience to high-complexity attacks. Transaction malleability arises from the ability to alter a transaction's signature without changing its content, creating opportunities for exploitation. Signature modification techniques are a primary vector in these attacks, allowing bad actors to manipulate a transaction's hash while retaining its validity. This vulnerability causes duplicate transaction identification problems, where the network may process the altered and original transactions as separate, causing potential confusion or financial discrepancies. Replay attack scenarios further exploit these weaknesses, replicating valid transactions across blockchain forks to create fraudulent activity. Industry migration practices such as segregated witness address these risks by redesigning how signatures are handled and limiting the potential for malicious manipulation. Sybil and Eclipse attacks target the communication and trust mechanisms of blockchain networks. Sybil attacks overwhelm the network by flooding it with fake nodes, creating an environment where attackers can manipulate consensus and block validation processes. Eclipse attacks focuses on isolating specific nodes by controlling their communication channels, effectively cutting them off from the broader network. Host isolation tactics are central to these strategies, often combined with fake node proliferation to increase the attack's scope. Disruptive block relaying adds another layer of complexity, as attackers can delay or block the transmission of valid data, weakening the integrity of the network. Countermeasures such as diverse peer connections and careful node management help reduce these vulnerabilities. Each of these attack methods highlights inherent challenges in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Smart contract exploits. Smart contracts, the self-executing programs running on blockchain networks, are susceptible to various sophisticated exploits, with reentrancy attacks being one of the most notable. Reentrancy occurs when an external contract call within a function is exploited to repeatedly trigger the same function before the first execution is completed. This exploit can drain the entire balance of a smart contract if it has not been designed with safeguards. Entry point function vulnerabilities often act as the gateway for such attacks, allowing malicious actors to manipulate contract logic. Developers commonly employ reentrancy guard patterns to mitigate the risk, ensuring that critical functions cannot be reentered once execution has begun. Arithmetic bugs in smart contracts stem from improper handling of numerical operations, creating vulnerabilities like integer overflow and underflow. These bugs occur when the value of a variable exceeds its storage limit or drops below zero, causing unpredictable behavior. Attackers can exploit these bugs to manipulate token supplies, potentially minting unauthorized tokens or depleting resources. Division by zero errors are another common flaw, often resulting in contract crashes or bypass conditions. To address these risks, many developers use safe math libraries that enforce strict checks on mathematical operations, ensuring that calculations remain secure and within bounds. Front-running exploits take advantage of the transparent and public nature of blockchain transactions, allowing attackers to manipulate transaction ordering. These exploits leverage transaction ordering dependencies, where an attacker observes a pending transaction and submits their own with a higher gas fee to execute first. This method, often referred to as priority gas auctions, enables attackers to extract maximal extractable value by profiting from arbitrage or siphoning funds from other users. Transaction batching safeguards are commonly implemented to reduce the likelihood of front-running, bundling multiple transactions to obscure the attack surface and maintain integrity. Logical flaws in protocol design can create deep-rooted vulnerabilities in smart contracts, allowing attackers to exploit inconsistencies in the system state or operational logic. Inconsistent state checks can occur when contracts fail to validate the current state before performing critical operations, leaving the door open for manipulation. Flawed event handling, such as improper logging or response triggers, can allow attackers to bypass expected outcomes or disrupt normal contract execution. Unprotected ownership transfers are another common oversight, where attackers can seize control of a contract by exploiting poorly implemented ownership mechanisms. Weaknesses in multi-sig setups, such as requiring few two-signatories or relying on outdated algorithms, add another layer of risk to protocol security. Crypto wallet vulnerabilities. Phishing and social engineering attacks remain some of the most pervasive tools used by cybercriminals to target cryptocurrency users. Replica websites and portals, designed to mimic legitimate exchanges or wallets, are crafted to trick users into entering their credentials or private keys. These sites are often indistinguishable from the real ones, leveraging small differences in URLs or visual design to evade detection. Credential harvesting schemes further exploit this deception by capturing login details that are then used to drain accounts or transfer assets. Targeted spear phishing campaigns are particularly dangerous, as they are tailored to specific individuals, often using personal information to build trust and credibility. The lack of widespread user education on recognizing these threats continues to leave many individuals and organizations vulnerable. DNS hijacking and spoofing adds another layer of complexity to attacks targeting cryptocurrency systems. In a domain resolution attack, traffic meant for legitimate sites is redirected to malicious servers, allowing attackers to intercept sensitive information. False certificate issuance, where attackers create or compromise digital certificates, enables them to masquerade as trusted entities, undermining encrypted communications. Router compromise strategies, which target home or office devices, can manipulate DNS settings to reroute traffic to attacker-controlled websites. The gaps in DNSSEC implementation, a security protocol designed to authenticate DNS responses, leave many systems exposed to these manipulations, demonstrating the need for more widespread adoption of secure configurations. Malicious mining software is a growing threat, exploiting unauthorized CPU or GPU resources to mine cryptocurrency for attackers. These programs often operate covertly, consuming system resources and degrading performance without the user's knowledge. Botnet command and control frameworks are frequently used to distribute and manage these mining operations on a massive scale, amplifying their impact. Attackers exploit configuration files to manipulate mining software, bypassing security measures and ensuring persistence. Automated detection approaches, such as monitoring system resource usage and analyzing network traffic for mining-related activity, have become essential in combating this type of exploitation, but they require continuous refinement to keep pace with evolving techniques. Automated smart contract exploit kits represent a significant advancement in the sophistication of blockchain attacks. These tools leverage vulnerability scanning frameworks to identify exploitable flaws in smart contracts, streamlining the process for attackers. Once vulnerabilities are found, automated payload deployment mechanisms execute the attack with precision and speed, leaving little time for defenses to respond. Bot-driven attack orchestration enables these kits to coordinate multiple exploits simultaneously, targeting numerous contracts across different platforms. Continuous monitoring scripts further enhance the effectiveness of these tools, allowing attackers to track their success and refine their methods in real time, demonstrating the dynamic and persistent nature of the threat landscape. Advanced tools and techniques. Crypto wallets, essential for managing and securing digital assets, are prime targets for cyber attacks due to their critical role in cryptocurrency transactions. Software wallets, widely used for their convenience, are particularly susceptible to breaches. Attackers often use malware injection methods to compromise these wallets, embedding malicious code designed to extract private keys or seed phrases. Key logging and clipboard hijacking are common techniques that capture sensitive information as users type or copy it. Exploits within third-party libraries, a common dependency in wallet applications, can introduce backdoors if these libraries are compromised. Ensuring regular updates and patches to wallet software is critical for addressing these vulnerabilities as they emerge. Hardware wallets, designed for offline storage of cryptocurrencies, provide an additional layer of security, but are not impervious to attacks. Side-channel analysis is a sophisticated technique that analyzes physical emissions, such as power usage or electromagnetic signals, to infer private keys. Firmware rollback tactics exploit older, vulnerable versions of the wallet's operating system to bypass security improvements. Physical device tampering is another concern, where attackers intercept devices during shipping or after purchases to install malicious components. Users can mitigate these risks by verifying the authenticity of their hardware wallets through manufacturer-provided checks, such as holographic seals or verification codes. Seed phrases, the cornerstone of wallet recovery mechanisms, are a significant point of vulnerability if not adequately protected. Social engineering tactics, such as phishing scams, lure users into revealing their seed phrases under false pretenses. Physical note compromises, where handwritten or printed backups are stolen, also pose a threat to wallet security. Storing backups in unsafe locations, such as unprotected digital files or accessible drawers, increase the risk of loss or theft. Encrypted storage solutions, such as password-protected USB drives or secure vaults, offer a safer alternative for safeguarding seed phrases against these threats. Browser extensions used for managing cryptocurrency wallets introduce another layer of exposure. Malicious plugins masquerading as legitimate tools can steal sensitive information or redirect transactions to attacker-controlled addresses. Cross-site scripting, where attackers inject malicious scripts into trusted websites, can compromise browser extensions and gain access to wallets. Unauthorized access tokens, often issued without user knowledge, allow attackers to initiate unauthorized transactions or export private keys. Ensuring that extensions are downloaded from verified sources and scrutinizing permissions can reduce the risk of such attacks. Security enhancements. Enhancing the security of cryptocurrency systems involves implementing multi-factor authentication mechanisms to protect wallet access. Biometrics, such as fingerprint or facial recognition, offer a high level of security by linking access to unique physical traits that are difficult to replicate. One-time password generation adds another layer by requiring a dynamically created code that expires after a short period, reducing the risk of compromise. Dual device confirmations, which require transactions to be approved on multiple devices, make unauthorized access significantly more challenging. Continuous authentication efforts, such as monitoring user activity for anomalies, ensure that access remains secure even after initial verification. Secure code audits play a vital role in identifying vulnerabilities within cryptocurrency platforms and smart contracts before they can be exploited. Formal verification processes involve mathematically proving the correctness of code to prevent logical errors. Automated static analysis tools help detect common vulnerabilities by scanning code for patterns associated with security flaws. On-chain bug bounty programs incentivize external researchers to find and report vulnerabilities, leveraging a broader security communities to strengthen defenses. Manual peer reviews complement automated efforts, providing an additional layer of scrutiny by experienced developers who can catch subtler flaws. Layered defense strategies focus on creating multiple barriers to prevent attackers from breaching cryptocurrency systems. Network segmentation divides infrastructure into isolated sections, limiting the spread of potential intrusions. Proxy-based traffic filtering inspects and blocks malicious activity at the network level, preventing unauthorized access. Sandbox development environments provide a safe space for testing new code, isolating it from the production environment to mitigate the risk of introducing vulnerabilities. On-chain governance checks adds a layer of oversight by ensuring that protocol changes or updates are reviewed and approved before deployment, reducing the likelihood of introducing exploitable weaknesses. Constant monitoring and response efforts are essential for identifying and addressing threats as they arrive. Real-time threat detection tools analyze blockchain activity for signs of malicious behavior, enabling rapid intervention. Automated rollback mechanisms allow systems to revert to a secure state in the event of an attack, minimizing damage and restoring trust. DeFi insurance protocols provide financial protection against losses caused by exploits, creating an additional safety net for users. Incident response drill plans ensure that teams are prepared to respond effectively to security incidents, reducing downtime and limiting the impact of breaches. Conclusion: cryptocurrency security is an intricate field where innovation and vulnerability coexist, creating a constant battle between defenders and attackers. The risks inherent in blockchain technology, smart contracts, and crypto wallets highlight the need for vigilance at every level, from individual users to large-scale developers. While the potential of decentralized systems is transformative, it is only as strong as the security measures that safeguard it. Understanding how attackers exploit these systems is the first step toward building a more resilient cryptocurrency ecosystem. The complexity of these threats underscores the importance of layered defenses and proactive measures. Whether addressing the blockchain vulnerabilities like 51% attacks, mitigating smart contract flaws such as reentrancy, or securing crypto wallets against malware and social engineering, every strategy contributes to a safer environment. By combining technical solutions like formal verification and multi-factor authentication with organizational practices such as regular code audits and incident response drills, the cryptocurrency community can reduce the attack surface. However, these measures must evolve alongside emerging threats to remain effective. Cryptocurrency is a revolutionary technology, but its adoption relies heavily on trust, which is inherently tied to security. As attackers become more sophisticated, the need for awareness and education grows. By remaining informed and proactive, both users and developers can contribute to a safer, more secure future for cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology it depends on. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Bare Metal Cyber. If you enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and share it. Follow me on LinkedIn at jason-edwards.me for more cybersecurity insights. Join the thousands subscribed to my newsletters at newsletter.baremetalcyber.com. Join for exclusive content on cybersecurity, leadership, and education. Don't forget to visit cyberauthor.me to explore my books and resources. Your support keeps this community growing. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, knowledge is power.